The archangels are the chief angels, high-ranking, powerful spiritual beings found in traditions across the world. In Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, they are known as divine messengers, protectors, and guides, each carrying a unique mission and a distinct energy. They are not the same as your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is assigned to walk with you personally, to protect, comfort, and guide you every day. An archangel's role is far greater. They oversee entire areas of life, protect nations, deliver divine messages, and embody the qualities of the heavens themselves. They are warriors, healers, messengers, and bringers of wisdom, the ones who can shift the course of destiny. Across traditions, certain archangels are universally recognized for their work. Michael is the warrior and protector, the defender of the faithful, and a force of justice. Gabriel is the messenger of divine truth, clarity, and inspiration. Raphael is the healer, restorer of joy, and guide through sickness and distress. Uriel is the flame of wisdom, bringing light to dark confusion and prophecy to the uncertain. When an archangel walks with you, it's never by accident. They align with your soul mission, reflecting your strengths, guiding you through your challenges, and revealing the truth of why you are here. By discovering your archangel, you begin to understand the gifts that come naturally to you, the challenges you were meant to overcome, and the deeper purpose shaping your path. Finding your archangel can be as simple as looking to the moment you entered this world. Every birth date resonates with a divine name, a specific archangel whose qualities and purpose mirror your own. If you wish to discover yours, check out the link in the description. Once you know your archangel, you can meditate, speak to them, or simply sit in reflection with their energy. Their guidance can help you heal, grow, and live in deeper alignment with your true path. And as you learn to recognize their presence, you may see they have been guiding you all along in every challenge you have faced, in every gift you have shared, and in every moment your soul has reached for something higher. Archangel Raphael, whose name means the healing power of God, is known as the Archangel of joy, love, and laughter. His mission is vast, to bring healing to all who inhabit the earth, not only through the body, but through the mind and spirit as well. His presence is like a warm light breaking through clouds, restoring hope where there has been heaviness. Raphael is associated with the colour green, the colour of growth, renewal, and the heart. His energy uplifts, clears away tension, and helps you rediscover the joy that illness, stress, or sadness may have buried. When you walk with Raphael, your purpose becomes tied to restoring light, helping others to laugh again, to love again, and to find joy after hardship. One of Raphael's great gifts is inspiration, particularly in the areas of music, science, and mathematics. These fields are not just academic or creative pursuits to him. They are channels of healing and higher understanding. If you feel drawn to create music, explore the mysteries of science, or work with the precision of mathematics, Raphael may be guiding you to use these gifts as ways to awaken minds, heal hearts, and bring people together. This inspiration may weave in and out of your life, leading you to projects or paths that surprise you, but always leave you feeling more connected to your soul's purpose. Another powerful aspect of Raphael's guidance is his wisdom and truth. He has the ability to clear away deception, helping you see through false appearances and illusions. He can even let you know when someone is lying to you. If Raphael is your guiding archangel, truth will be a recurring theme in your life. You will often find yourself drawn to uncover it, protect it, and live by it. This might show up in your relationships, your work, or your spiritual journey, but the pattern will always be there. Light revealing what has been hidden. When you carry Raphael's energy, your life purpose often involves bringing emotional and spiritual healing to others, sometimes through practical help, sometimes through inspiration, and sometimes simply through your ability to bring joy into dark places. Your laughter, your kindness, and your lightness of spirit can be more healing than you realize. Raphael will also help you make positive changes in your own life, removing negative energy, guiding you toward healthier habits, and encouraging you to see joy not as a fleeting feeling, but as a way of living. So if you've ever asked, why do people open up to me when they're hurting? Why do I feel such a pull toward truth and authenticity? Why does music, science, or mathematics inspire me so deeply? It's because Raphael's gifts are woven into your soul's path, guiding you to heal, inspire, and shine. With Archangel Raphael guiding you, your life purpose is this: to bring joy, love, and laughter where there has been heaviness, to use inspiration in music, science, or mathematics as a channel for healing, to clear away deception so truth can be seen and lived, and to restore light wherever it has been lost. Archangel Metratron, whose name means one who serves behind the throne, is known as the Archangel of the Covenant and the Chancellor of Heaven. His role is both vast and personal. He stands as a bridge between the human and the divine, ensuring that we remember our sacred connection to Source while walking our human path. Metatron is associated with the colour violet, a hue of transformation, higher wisdom, and spiritual mastery. His energy is powerful yet refined, cutting through chaos to bring divine order. When you feel scattered, weighed down by depression, or lost in mental illness, Metatron can realign you with the clarity, hope, and purpose you were meant to carry. When Archangel Metatron walks with you, your life purpose is tied to the connection between the earthly and the eternal. You are here to help link the human and the divine, not just for yourself, but for others. That might mean guiding people to see life from a higher perspective, helping them lift the fog of depression or mental strain, and showing them how the challenges of everyday living are woven into their soul's greater journey. Metatron is said to be the keeper of the Akashic records, the cosmic library of all souls and all lifetimes. With access to this vast knowledge, he understands your journey deeply, and because he was once human himself, he knows exactly how to guide you through the struggles of the mind and the distractions of earthly life. His presence makes it easier to reconnect with your higher self, even when mental illness tries to pull you away from it. So what does this mean for your purpose? It means you are here to help bring light into dark mental spaces, your own and others. You may be called to guide, teach, mentor, or lead in ways that awaken understanding and lift emotional heaviness. You have the ability to see patterns where others see chaos, to organize what feels overwhelming, and to help people focus on what truly matters when life feels mentally unbearable. Metatron can also help with children's issues, especially troubled teens, or those who had a troubled childhood. He guides the next generation to grow in awareness and balance. You might feel drawn to work with young people, to support their emotional and spiritual growth, or to protect their innocence while nurturing their potential. Your insight can help them see their own worth, even when depression or hardship has convinced them otherwise. His energy is deeply tied to order and structure, but not in a rigid way, more like a sacred rhythm, a way of making space for healing and truth. When the mind is free from the weight of mental illness and clutter, there is room for the insights that allow you to evolve into your highest self. And because Metatron holds the link between the human and the divine, your purpose may involve acting as that bridge for others, showing them that their struggles with depression or mental illness do not define them, but can become a doorway to transformation. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel such a need to help people find their way out of mental darkness? Why do people trust me when they're at their lowest? Why do I feel called to help others see the bigger picture beyond their pain? It's because your soul came here to carry Metatron's work forward, to bring divine order to troubled minds, and to help people remember their connection to something greater. So trust your compassion, trust your insight, trust that you are here not just to live your own path, but to help others walk theirs, even through the shadows. With Archangel Metatron guiding you, your life purpose is this: to hold the link between human and divine, to help lift depression and mental illness so truth and hope can enter, to guide troubled teens, or those with a troubled childhood, toward growth and balance, and to remind the world, by your words, your presence, and your example, that heaven and earth are never as far apart as they seem. Archangel Uriel, whose name means the flame of God, is known as the Archangel of Salvation. His light is not just fire, it is the fire of hope, renewal, and divine responsibility. Uriel comes to those whose souls are ready to rise, not only for their own sake, but to help bring peace into a world that often forgets what peace feels like. Uriel is associated with the colour purple, a deep spiritual hue linked to inner wisdom, soul transformation, and higher service. His presence is steady, strong, and quiet, not dramatic, but undeniable. When you feel lost in darkness, Uriel carries the flame that leads you out. When Archangel Uriel walks with you, your life purpose is tied to peace, creating it, protecting it, and becoming it. You're not here for noise. You're here for stillness that transforms. You're here to bring calm where there's chaos, light where there's shadow, and relief when life feels unbearably heavy. Uriel's duty is salvation, not in the religious sense, but in the soul sense. He brings peace to the world, or to your individual world, when it's in turmoil. And if you are drawn to him, it's because you carry that energy too. You are here to help others find their way when they've forgotten there is one. So what does this mean for your life purpose? It means you are someone who brings renewed hope. You're the one people turn to in their darkest moments. Not because you force solutions, but because your presence feels like a way out. You carry the kind of calm that reminds others they can breathe again. And when you call on Uriel, he helps you manifest relief from pressure when it feels like there's no way forward. Uriel nurtures your creativity, growth, and sense of responsibility. He doesn't ask for perfection, only for truth. Your soul may feel called to guide, mentor, teach, or serve in some way that helps others grow into who they really are. You're likely the kind of person who sees potential even when others don't. You might work in healing, counseling, leadership, writing, or creative roles where your insight brings others back to themselves. He also helps you shine in everything you do, not from ego, but from alignment. When you're on the right path, Uriel clears obstacles and lights the way forward. His presence can feel like clarity after confusion, a solution appearing just in time, or a sudden lift in energy when you were about to give up. And just like his name, the flame of God, you are meant to be a light in the dark, a quiet, constant reminder that peace is possible. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel such a heavy sense of duty? Why do people always come to me for reassurance? Why do I feel like I need to fix what's broken, even if no one else sees it? It's because you are here to hold a sacred responsibility, not just to others, but to yourself, to protect your own peace, to walk in truth, and to guide others back to hope, even when they've lost their own. So trust your calm, trust your insight, trust that your flame doesn't have to roar, it only has to shine. With Archangel Uriel guiding you, your life purpose is this: to bring peace to the world, or to someone's world, when they need it most. To cast out hopelessness and confusion, to help others manifest relief, hope, and inner strength. And to remind the world, through your presence, that salvation is not somewhere far away, it's already beginning within. Archangel Gabriel is the angel of messages, divine communication, and creative expression. The name Gabriel means, God is my strength. A reminder that true power doesn't come from noise or domination, but from clarity, purpose, and the courage to speak or create what needs to be heard. Gabriel is often associated with brilliant white and copper gold light, colours of purity, illumination, and divine truth. Gabriel's presence is focused, radiant, and deeply inspiring. If you're working with crystals, citrine, moonstone, and selenite, connect you to Gabriel's energy, supporting clarity, intuition, and inspired creativity. In spiritual tradition, Archangel Gabriel is the divine messenger. He appeared to Mary to announce the birth of Christ, and brought messages to Daniel in the Old Testament, and sounded the trumpet of divine awakening. When this archangel walks with you, your life purpose is tied to communication, not just with words, but with energy, vision, and truth. So what does this actually mean for your purpose? It means you're here to deliver messages, to awaken, to guide, and to inspire. You may be someone who feels called to speak, write, teach, sing, or express ideas that stir something deeper in others. Your voice might not always be loud, but it carries weight. When you speak from the heart, people listen, not just with their ears, but with their soul. Gabriel's energy often gives you the gift of insight, moments of sudden clarity, creative downloads, dreams that seem like messages. You are a channel, even if you don't always realize it. And whether you use that in your work or your day-to-day life, your purpose includes helping others hear what they've been ignoring, within themselves or from something higher. You're also here to cast out confusion, mental, emotional, or spiritual, from your life and the lives of others. Just as Gabriel brings divine announcements and spiritual truth, you carry the power to clear misinformation, speak honestly, and realign people with what really matters. That might be through direct communication, or through art, intuition, storytelling, or spiritual work. You might also feel an affinity for instruments like trumpets, drums, or sound-based tools, or even careers where voice, expression, or the written word is key. Gabriel is the angel of the messenger, and those aligned with this energy often feel most alive when they are creating, expressing, or sharing something that moves others. Gabriel also supports those called to work with children, birth, or nurturing new life. Not just physical birth, but the birth of ideas, visions, and paths not yet taken. You are a midwife of purpose, helping others bring what's inside them out into the world. And yet, your purpose isn't only external. Gabriel also calls you inward. What messages are you ignoring from your own soul? What truths are you afraid to speak, even to yourself? Where are you holding back your voice, your art, your knowing? You're not just here to deliver divine messages. You are one, living proof that truth and beauty can exist in the same breath. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel like I have something to say, but I don't know how? Why do I keep getting ideas that won't leave me alone? Why do I feel deeply connected to sound, symbols, or words? It's because you're meant to be a bridge between the unseen and the spoken, the formless and the expressed. So trust your voice, trust your visions, trust that what comes through you is needed. With Archangel Gabriel guiding you, your life purpose is this: to be a messenger of truth, to clear confusion and deliver clarity in your own life and for others, to birth beauty, meaning, and insight into the world, and to remind everyone, including yourself, that divine truth doesn't just live in the heavens. It lives in your voice, your art, and your courage to share it. Archangel Cassiel is the archangel of solitude and tears, the angel of sacred stillness, quiet endurance, and divine timing. His name means God is my covering, or the speed of God, a name that speaks to both protection and the slow, deliberate unfolding of fate. Unlike the louder, more commanding archangels, Cassiel moves in silence. He watches, he waits, and when he steps forward, it's always with purpose. Cassiel is often associated with deep indigo, black or smoky grey light, the colours of the void, of time, of cosmic structure. He is connected to the planet Saturn, the keeper of karma and discipline, and governs the slow, inevitable movements that shape souls over time. If you're drawn to crystals like obsidian, onyx, or smoky quartz, you're likely already in tune with Cassiel's grounding, stabilizing energy. When Archangel Cassiel walks with you, your life purpose is unlike most. You are not here to rush. You are not here to perform. You are here to hold space for the unseen, the uncomfortable, and the sacred unknown. Cassiel governs divine timing, the kind that cannot be forced. And when his energy is part of your purpose, you are someone who understands patience, even if life has taught you through hard lessons. You are often the one who endures what others run from, the one who remains still while others seek distraction, the one who feels deeply, but rarely speaks it out loud. And this is how you will feel your way through the world, through the quiet ache of emotion, through the depth of solitude, and often through tears. You may cry a lot, not always out of sadness, but because your soul feels what words cannot express. Tears are sacred to Cassiel, a language of the spirit, not a sign of weakness. They clear, they soften, they reveal. So what does this mean for your purpose? It means you are here to guide others through their darker seasons, not by fixing, but by walking beside them without fear. You hold space for transformation, grief, endings, and deep inner change. Whether you realize it or not, your presence brings grounding to those who are lost or in limbo. You help people see the wisdom in waiting, the clarity that comes from silence, the beauty of solitude. Cassiel also helps you cast out the demons of despair, isolation, and spiritual stagnation in your own life and in others. You may feel pulled toward roles that involve supporting people through loss, healing ancestral wounds, or helping others face what they've buried. You are a soul companion through transitions, a quiet guide when everything else falls away. And while you may not feel drawn to swords or dramatic tools like Archangel Michael, you might be drawn to timepieces, ancient symbols, bones, or earth-based materials. Cassiel's energy is old, steady, and serious. And if you've always felt older than your years, you're already walking with him. He is also the protector of heaven as structure, not just joy but order, not just love but boundaries. Your life purpose involves bringing stability to chaos, discipline to vision, maturity to raw emotion. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel more comfortable in silence than in crowds? Why do people come to me in their darkest moments? Why does it feel like I'm being shaped by forces I can't control? It's because your soul agreed to serve time, not as a prisoner, but as a keeper. So trust the stillness, trust the slowness, trust your tears. They are sacred. And trust that your path unfolds in its own perfect rhythm, even when no one else sees it. With Archangel Cassiel guiding you, your life purpose is this: to honor divine timing, to hold space for endings, transitions, and deep inner work, to cast out despair by reminding others that silence isn't emptiness, it's sacred preparation, and to show, through your solitude and your tears, that some of the most powerful healing happens when nothing appears to be happening at all. Archangel Chamuel is the angel of love, compassion, and deep emotional healing. His name means he who sees God, and with that comes the divine gift of seeing through the eyes of love, even when things feel broken or lost. Chamuel is often called the finder of the lost, not just of physical things, but of peace, trust, connections, and self-worth. His energy is surrounded by soft pink and gentle green light, the colours of the heart chakra. These frequencies bring calm, harmony, and emotional restoration. If you're working with crystals, rose quartz, green fluorite, and rhodonite help open the heart and reconnect you to what really matters: truth, tenderness, and healing. Chamuel doesn't move with force. His energy is subtle but powerful, like a soft breeze that clears the air, or the quiet moment where everything suddenly makes sense. When Chamuel walks with you, your life purpose becomes rooted in the heart. It's not always about what you do, it's about how you make others feel. So what does this mean for your path? It means you're here to restore love, not just in the romantic sense, but as a living presence. You help bring people back to themselves. You hold a mirror that reflects worth, even when someone feels like they've lost their way. Your purpose may involve healing emotional wounds, your own and those around you. You're not here to rescue, but to hold space. To show by the way you live and love that gentleness can be powerful, and that real strength often shows up in quiet ways. Chamuel's energy also gives you the ability to cast out what doesn't belong in the heart's sacred space: fear, guilt, shame, grief that has overstayed. You are here to protect the heaven of the heart, clearing it of what clouds love, whether that's in yourself or others. That is no less powerful than casting demons from any other realm, because when the heart is clear, the soul can breathe again. You may feel drawn to create peace in relationships, in communities, or even within chaotic environments. That isn't by accident. You carry the frequency of restoration, and people sense it. You're also someone who might be naturally drawn to sacred items like hearts, keys, or symbols of union. Chamuel is often connected to the rose, delicate but powerful in what it represents. You may also find yourself drawn to tools of healing: music, touch, words, or art. These aren't hobbies, they are part of your calling. Chamuel often nudges you to reach out to others, to reconnect where there's been distance, or to offer forgiveness where it's long overdue. And his influence doesn't stop there. He asks you to offer the same compassion to yourself, because your purpose isn't just about helping others feel loved, it's also about reclaiming your own softness, especially if life has tried to harden you. Every time you choose to keep your heart open, even when it would be easier to shut down, you are living your purpose. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel everything so deeply? Why do I want to help people even when I'm hurting? Why do I always see the good in someone even when others can't? It's because your soul came here to remind others that love is still possible, even after pain, even after loss. And because you've known heartbreak, you can walk with others through theirs. So trust your tenderness, trust your empathy, trust that the love you carry is not a weakness, it's a healing force. With Archangel Chamuel as your guide, your life purpose is this: to restore what's been forgotten, to cast out fear from the heart's heaven, yours and others, to be a safe place in a world that often forgets how to be gentle, and to remind people, simply by being who you are, that love always finds its way back. Archangel Michael is the angel of truth, protection, and divine strength. His name means, "Who is like God?" A phrase that isn't a boast, but a challenge to any force that stands in opposition to truth and love. He is known as the leader of the heavenly armies, the defender of heaven itself, both the literal heaven above and the inner heaven of the soul. In the book of Revelation, chapter 12, Michael is described as the one who cast Lucifer out of heaven. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the great dragon was cast out. This isn't just a tale of celestial battle, it's symbolic of your own inner conflict. Michael rises wherever truth must confront illusion, wherever light must stand against manipulation, fear, or false power. His energy is wrapped in electric blue and deep royal purple light, colours that clear the mind and shield the spirit. Crystals like lapis lazuli, sodalite, and black tourmaline resonate with his presence, offering clarity, courage, and protection. If you've ever felt a sudden surge of strength when you needed it most, that might have been Michael. So what does it mean when Archangel Michael walks with you? It means your life purpose is linked to truth, protection, and leadership, not necessarily through force, but through integrity. You're here to stand firm in what's right, to help others find their way out of fear, confusion, or falsehood, and to protect what is sacred, whether it's a person, a space, a truth, or a dream. You are also here to cast demons out of heaven, your own, and those in the lives of others. Whether that heaven is peace of mind, emotional freedom, or a sense of safety, Michael's energy helps you recognize what doesn't belong and gives you the strength to remove it. That could be toxic patterns, harmful influences, or anything that corrupts the inner light. You carry the energy of someone who clears the path, someone who sees what others avoid, someone who steps in when things get messy, not to control, but to restore. Michael's guidance shows up when you're being called to reclaim your voice. You might feel a strong urge to speak out, to protect someone, to challenge something that feels wrong. These aren't random urges, they're part of your divine assignment. And it's not always loud. Sometimes standing in your purpose looks like holding your ground when everything around you is shifting. Sometimes it's cutting cords with what drains you. Other times, it's simply telling the truth, even if your voice shakes. Michael is the protector of heaven, and that doesn't only mean a place above, it also means the heaven within. Your peace, your clarity, your truth. If something threatens that, he teaches you to draw a line, not from fear, from strength. You might also feel a strong connection to swords, physically or symbolically. Michael carries a flaming sword of truth and justice, and those aligned with him often feel drawn to items like swords, blades, or even careers that involve them. Whether literal or metaphorical, the sword represents your ability to cut through illusion, to protect, and to act with precision and honor. Your purpose may include roles like guiding, teaching, defending, or healing. But at the core, it's about holding the line between fear and truth, for yourself and for others. You might be the one others turn to in crisis, the one who keeps calm when things fall apart, the one who can see through lies, even when they're sugar-coated. That's Michael at work through you, sharpening your perception, aligning you with your mission. So if you've ever asked, why do I feel so protective over others? Why do I sense things that aren't being said? Why do I feel called to lead, even when I'd rather stay quiet? It's because you're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out as a force of clarity in a world that often forgets what truth sounds like. So trust your fire, trust your instincts, trust that you are made to walk through shadow without losing your light. With Archangel Michael guiding you, your life purpose is this: to protect what's sacred, to live with unwavering truth, to cast demons out of heaven in your own life, and for those you're meant to help, and to show others through your strength how to return to the heaven within.